I've been with razor. Ooh, 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 ooh. Loving with razor.
Hello guys, welcome to the first ever episode of Labbing with Razor. So today I'm gonna be showing you guys how to deal with the forward 2 pressure and the 4-4 pressure, the most commonly used pressure tools by Scarlet in the mid-range to close range. So now I'll start with the forward 2 pressure, and when fighting a Scarlet player, I play Scarlet myself. You're going to be seeing Scarlet do a lot of the forward 2 blood shots, forward 2 blood ball, the forward 2 tentacle, and once in a while in the hard pierce variation, this guy is focus on hard pierce variation. They'll do this or this. You rarely see this though, maybe to escape the corner or something. So first things first, we'll start with how to deal with them individually, then how to react to all of them in a match. But the first thing you should know is that the blood shot can always be ducked from this or this. You can always duck the blood shot. The same goes for the blood ball. You can always duck it. But while the tentacle, you react to the animation of her stabbing herself. Once you see that animation, you block, then you get a perfect block. That will reduce this. Like now it's -4, right? If you get a perfect block, it goes up to about -14, making it easier for you to get your turn. Because the problem I notice when people fight Scarlet is that they cannot get their turn back. So by ducking this 2 options and perfect blocking this, you could easily get your turn back. So first, let me be quick here because I don't want this guy to take forever. I'll go to collector real quick. Record Scarlet. So she'll do the forward 2 blood shot, right? You can see on block is -2, and when it's -2 or 3 or whatever, if you hold it by blocking, you give her the chance to like backdash and start playing around with you because of the low negative frames. So you could either perfect block it or you neutral duck it, and while neutral ducking you can easily get a punish. So if you notice a Scarlet player falling into the habit of going for that again and again, just neutral duck it and get your pumble. And another thing when fighting a Scarlet player, use a character with good footsie tools so you can challenge her at the mid range, or a character with a very good projectile so you can catch her backdashing or doing all those spacing stuff. So it will be like this, -35, right? Instead of blocking, you just neutral duck it and get your punish. I don't really play collector, but I'm just using it as an example for this video. And if you also perfect block it, it's also better than just blocking normally. See, now it's -10, right? So you can get your turn back depending on the character you use. But ducking is one of the best. If you have your grab KB loaded, when you duck, you can easily go for the KB. Oh, sorry. Especially up close, you go for your KB. So that's how to handle the blood shot up close. Now let's be quick about this. We'll go to the blood ball, right? Now the blood ball, the plus frame increases with distance. Like now, let's see, that's +8, right? If I walk back a little, I'm +14. Up close, +4. The least amount of negativity the blood ball can have in block is -3. That is like when you're right in a face. And once you notice the Scarlet player fall into the habit of doing the blood ball, you can easily jump over the blood ball as it's coming out, or you can just interrupt it if you have a fast normal that has a good range. And also ducking the blood ball also helps a lot because they're not going to have that amount of plus frame. You can get your turn back. And another thing about the blood ball, if you have a very long poke, you can just poke her out of the animation when you see her because it's a slow move. Let's see. You see, that's even a punish, right? While it's still on my head, I can get a punish depending. Let's try the longer one. You see that? You don't have to respect that and let her have the blood frames. You poke her, get your pressure going. On a rig, you can do this. That is on a read. When you see the Scarlet player falls into the rhythm of spamming that, you could also just interrupt her. I'm sorry. Yeah, you don't have to respect that. And if you perfect block it, you reduce the plus frames. Let's see. That's just -1, right? Without the perfect block, let's see. Okay, +11, +2. So you can see that why this perfect blocking gimmick is going to be very helpful in, let's say, in the full screen part also. Anytime you like see the blood ball coming, you get a perfect block, right? So just the plus, like now it's +38, right? 35. Okay, it doesn't work as much from a distance, but you get what I'm trying to mean. And especially in the blood drive variation, maybe I'll do a guide for that another time. So now I'm going to record the third one, which is the forward to. So the forward to tentacle is one of the most annoying for people, because while they're trying to neutral duck the blood shot or the blood ball, they get clipped by this. So what you do is that react to the animation of her stabbing herself, then block. That is how you get the perfect block. Even while trying to approach Scarlet from the full screen, I always keep my eye focused on her. The moment I see her going for the stabbing animation, I block. So that's how I handle the tentacle. She's going for the stab, you hold the block, -16. You can get your punish with it, depending on your character. Oh, as you can see there. See, that's how you handle the tentacle. Even though you don't get your punish, it helps you to get your turn back, because you're going to increase the negative frames a lot. So usually a Scarlet player could do the forward to tentacle and backdash and go for a 2-1-2 string or whatever they do. But once you perfect block it and using a good character with spacing to like Devourer or so on, they're not going to be able to go and get away with that. Once they do the forward to tentacle, they'll have to hold block. And the forward to parry. Now this one is a very helpful tool for Scarlet, because while you're trying to react to the other options, it's really going to throw you off. So if you notice a Scarlet player going for the parry cancel and like you're late to notice that, I recommend that you hold the block button, because if you're trying to react to the parry cancel and go for like you're standing for or something, you're probably going to get clipped by the forward two, because in a game your reactions might not be quick enough, like something like this. So if, oh, it's a parry, before you like act, like you get clipped, you get what I mean? But if you're very fast about it, or you have a very keeps doing this and you have a read on them, then you can still punish the parry. The moment you see the forward two, it's just like the blood ball. When you have a read on them, you do this. Depending on how long they hold it, okay, that doesn't work well. You get what I mean? Like, how you go for your low starter. Always go for the low starter when you see the parry animation. So that combo doesn't like me today. So, and you could this is another option. I rarely say this though, but once you start dealing with the other options from Scarlet, and the Scarlet player would like to go for this once in a while, and it's -12 when you flawless block it. You can always punish it with, I think, all characters in the game. You just dash up and start your combo. You could always get an up 2 out of that. Let's see. Sorry. Get what I mean? You can get an up 3. And one thing I also failed to mention, in case you're like having a lot of problem like neutral ducking the blood shots, the blood ball, you can react to the animation to get down. Once you flawless block the blood shot to the blood ball, if your character has a nice like a nice range up 2 or up 3, you could always still get a turn back, something like this. You see that, right? So even though you could not duck it and you could flawless block it, depending on your character, you could easily get your turn back by doing that. That's another guide in fighting Scarlet. You get what I mean? You can do that for the bloodshot as well. So now we'll have to be quick about this. I don't want this guide to be a very long guide. I'm going to record handling the 3 most popular options in the game. That's the first one, right? That's the second one. and that's the final one. I know the parry is there and the full string is there. Once in a while they could throw in the block throw, but the block throw is very slow, so you can always react to that and block it. So now with these three options, I'm gonna put it on I'm sorry, this should be in playback, random hidden playback. So I'm going to try docking the other two options and perfect blocking the tentacle. Let's see. I got my turn back. Oh, sorry. I got my turn back. I'm really missing that tentacle. Even though you perfect block the blood shots, it's still very good, but you reduce the frames. I got the punish in that. I'm really messing up with tentacles today. Yeah. That's still okay. That's a lot better than I got the punish on that one. So that, guys, is how you should lab against scarlets. Once you practice that a lot, you want in a game your reactions will like very quick, and most of the times you find yourself perfect blocking the blood shot while trying to read the animation of the blood tentacle, and that is still very good because you're going to increase negative frames. So against scarlets, and always watch out for the readings they go for and handle them that way. So yeah, that is very helpful, guys. So now let's go to the final part of this video. Who is this? Okay, sorry. Dealing with the 4-4 pressure, right? And know, guys, that what I teach about the forward 2, it also works for the back 3 as well. You could also handle this the same way. You react to the tentacle, you neutral dog those two options, and this blood ball could jump across or just interrupt on the read. So now the one thing I noticed about a lot of scarlet players, I'm sorry, a lot of scarlet players go for the 4-4, and they like jailing it into the forward 4 because the forward 4 is a good stagger. Although it has a gap, it's still a very nice move, being only -1. And they also like to go for this, and they like to go for this. If the scarlet player gets a +4 and is very good at jailing, first let's start with this option. Once you see this on the scarlet player, a very good scarlet player is going to be very hard to poke out of it. So what you do is you stand on the second hit of 4, or on the second 4, then you backdash and get a punish. That's how you get out of this pressure. That's the best way in my opinion. So I'll record that real quick for you guys, and let's see. Oh, I'm not jailing this properly right now. I didn't jail that properly. Yeah, I couldn't get the poke out easily. It's not the best jailing, but I'll use that for the video. So usually when you try and poke out of this, you get clips, right? So what you do is, like, instead of that, do not block it ducking. You stand for the second hit. Then you can get a minor backdash. You can see that. Let me try backdashing normally. I get clipped, right? But now stand for the second hit. You see that? So if you notice the scarlet player always doing that, that's what you do. You backdash. Sorry. You backdash. You start a combo. So that's how you handle that pressure. Although you could also go for a flawless block, which is always very good against any character that has plus frames. I'll insert a clip later when I won a round against my friend. That was against a Liu Kang player though, by flawless blocking why he had the advantage.
Obey the law.
So I'll try perfect blocking it. This is another option. That's a very, very good option because the players are not going to expect it. and this, sorry. Now, why you have to be careful though, why doing this, that I don't think I jailed that properly, but this is just for an example, is that this option, you can't, wait, let me try and jail that better. Well, I'm a scarlet player though, why am I missing this? Well, we'll just go with that. So now the 4-4 into the forward 2 blush, the forward 2. Why this is a little bit harder is that usually when you try and poke, you're going to be at a range that you cannot get her, unlike the forward 4. And you can't backdash out of this. Oh, that's why I have to jail this properly, and this is annoying. Let's see. Yeah, that's it. Let's try with this one. It's going to be harder to backdash these options because of the spacing involved. Like, this is a long range move, unlike the other one. If you jail it very properly, it's a lot harder to backdash though. Let's see. Oh wait, so actually maybe some characters can get out of that though. But against these other two options, what I recommend is that you either hold it or you flawless block it, because let's do this now. Get clipped, right? Trying to backdash. So that's the best option. I feel that's the best thing to do against this moves, and against the other one, and why this is good, like the flawless blocking covers the 3 options, including the forward 4. So if the opponent isn't always going for the forward 4 and meeting to up with the forward 2, the back 3, I suggest you practice lab the flawless blocking. So it's gonna be like that. You can see, although the forward 4 isn't part of the playback, you get the gist of it. That's like one of the best ways to get your turn back against Scarlet. So let's not waste much time. I don't want the video to be a lengthy one. So you get what I'm trying to say in this guide. Once you're dealing with the forward 2 shenanigans, always try your best to dodge the options, or even flawless blocking reduces the reduces the plus frames. While for the tentacle, try your best to lap the animation. So when you see her going for the stomach stab, that's when you perfect block the tentacle. Most characters could get to punish, like Joker, Noob Cybots with their 9-frame moves that have good forces, Devourer. So always play a character with good spacing against Scarlet, so you can contest with her at the mid range. And for the 4-4 forward 4, you could always like stand up for the nice hits and backdash. As you could see, if the Scarlet player doesn't jail both the forward 2 and the back 3 options, the standing on the second hit of the 4 and backdashing also works very well. But if they jail that option, I would advise that you lab the perfect blocking, so that to help you get out the pressure. So I hope you enjoyed the first episode of Labbing with Razor, and please, if you like this video, subscribe and leave a like. Share it to any of your friends that struggle against this very thing, and well, I'll see you in future videos to come. Yeah, see you soon.